my god, dude! Oh my god, bro!
DoomNetJ just broke the world record for the most kills ever out of anybody in a single match, solo, any platform, anything. And to celebrate, we are giving away $100 worth of V-Bucks, as you guys see on the screen right here. Leave a like and a comment with what platform you play on, subscribe to the channel, and you have a chance to win. This is an awesome accomplishment by him, and we just wanted to celebrate with a giveaway to you guys. So good luck to everybody, and enjoy this awesome, epic gameplay by DoomNetJ. All right, guys, so I'm here with the man himself, the man who broke the record for the most kills by a single person in any game on Fortnite, any platform, anything. The man NetJ himself. So how does it feel to be a Fortnite world record holder?
Oh man, it feels great, man. It's just the accomplishments are fucking awesome, man. I can't complain, man.
So as you guys will probably tell in this video, this isn't just a standard solo gameplay. Like he's playing solo, no fill, and squad. So he's going against like 4-man squads the entire time as a 1-man team. And this is like a better way to get more kills, right? Basically, more action.
Yeah, definitely a lot more action. You know, it's not a lot more passive gameplay. It's a lot more of aggression.
Right,
So,
which makes it more difficult. I mean, obviously playing 1v4 is going to be more difficult. Obviously, the first thing I know people are going to ask is, number one, he's playing on PS4. But number two, what are your settings? Like, people want to know the sensitivity, the ADS, all that stuff. So what do you think works for you, number one, and do you think this is the best for everybody?
Well, for number one, I'm going to start off by saying this. My sensitivity for X is 7, same thing as Y. My controller ADS is going to be 48, and so is my scope sensitivity is going to be 40. Now, when it comes to the uncapped frame rate, you're going to have that on. That's what I play on. I play with the uncapped frame rate on. But if you're rocking like the older model, like the PS4 Slim or the older model from that, then the uncapped frame rate would be off. And then the controller sensitivity would be dropped down to 6. Now, I've been rocking with the Slim model for quite some time now before I upgraded to the Pro. And when I upgraded to the Pro, I found out that it can handle the uncapped frame rate. So now I'm rocking X and Y 7s with the uncapped frame rate on.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the uncapped frame rate, I could tell personally makes a big difference myself too. The game just feels so much better. I love it a lot. He's also got reset building choice on, which is important mainly because I think is so when you go back from not building, like if someone's shooting at you, you can instantly just pull it out and build a wall like in front of you or whatever. If you need to turn around and build a wall, it's like instantly to a wall and maybe not to like a staircase or something like that. That's not going to protect you as easily. Is that right?
Yes, that's exactly right. Like, that's why I have the reset building choice on. Because in certain situations when I have the stairs, I can manipulate my build depending on their movement. So if I know somebody's going to be pushing from my left side, all I have to do is just double tap circle, and then my wall will come back up, and I'm able to just wrap around whatever obstacle
Get the hell out of my way.
around. So, yeah, you're right on that.
Right,
100%.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So basically, I know there's going to be obviously people of all skill levels watching this. So to start out, I want you to give the people out there, for the beginners, you know, the people who are just maybe picking up the game, they don't have a ton of time played. What are 3 things that you think helped your game from the beginning? Because I think you've been playing this since it came out, basically. What month? Like August or September, maybe?
Something around there. I've been playing it way before early access. So before it came out for free, I've been playing it like 2 weeks prior. So if you was able to purchase the game around that time, you was able to play the BR before it was open to the public for free.
So what do you think, like, when you first started off, what are like 3 things you found like really helped your gameplay in the beginning?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna say is it's gonna be build. That's gonna be the main key aspect. That is the top of the line interactive thing to do in this game. You need to learn how to build. If you do not know how to build, then you're going to be taken advantage of easily. Like, there's certain people that know how to react when someone is building slow, or if you're hurt, you're 4-pointed. What I mean by 4-pointed is if you don't have any shield and you're low off damage, then somebody's going to react on that. So that would be the first key to build.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. Let me just jump in real quick. One thing I forgot about the settings is you play on Combat Pro, right?
Oh yes, I play on Combat Pro.
Okay, so I'll show that on screen too. You guys want to be playing the Combat Pro button layout. That's what he uses as well, and that kind of ties in with the whole like learning to build thing. It'll allow you to build more efficiently, right?
Yes, it lets you build efficiently. And the thing is, before the game was released with the Combat Pro update, they had something called Quick Builder. It's the same aspect as Combat Pro, but the only difference is you're able to swap your weapons left to right. Now the thing is that I have my bumpers swapped. So I do not aim with L2, I do not shoot with R2. I aim with L1 and I shoot with R1. I feel like it's more frequent, it's more faster for me to aim with the L1 than pulling down the left lever.
Yeah, I agree with you on that too, because when I'm playing Call of Duty, I play the same way, and I actually had forgot that on the PS4 you can do the custom button assignments, since Fortnite doesn't allow you to switch those, but through PS4 you can do the custom button assignments and switch those. So I forgot about that too. I wish I would have got used to that. I'm kind of used to the other way now, but yeah, that's a good point too. L1 R1's like way more responsive.
Yes, it definitely is for me as well. So if we're getting back to like the other three key components, so the first one would be building. The second one is awareness. You have to be aware at all times. When you're playing solos, it's kind of a different groove because of the simple fact that you're spawning in for 1-by-1 teams. It's not like solo squads. For solo squads, a lot of people get edgy because they feel like they got a 3-man stack with them. So it's easier to push, So like that's the second thing for me is awareness. And then the third would be where to land. You have to have a motive when you're dropping in these games. If you're going for high kill games, then you want to go to the highest points of all the action. Like as of right now, the update is Tilted Towers. That's going to be the highest frequent spot to drop and get most of your kills. So if you're playing for kills, go Tilted Towers. If you're playing for wins, I'd rather you go somewhere else.
Okay, so I have two questions based on that, because this was because I just pretty much started like a month ago, so I remember thinking this. Number one, what do you think like is the best way or the best mode for people first starting out? Should they be doing solos, duos, or squads?
Well, if you're just starting out, I'd rather you play solos. But when you play solos, you have to understand you need to play passive. You don't really play that aggressive. In certain situations, it comes situational. You can definitely play passive in certain gunfights, but in most gunfights, you're gonna have to play aggressive to overcome your opponent. So I would go with the solos, just starting out.
Okay, so solos, and where do you think is like the best place to land to basically get the best chance for you to get a gun? Because I noticed when I was first playing solos, like I noticed that I would land somewhere and I'd feel like I never got a gun, or like I'd be dying right off the start because like the other people around me would get the guns before me. So where do you think is like the best spot where like I'm guaranteed to get a weapon?
You can drop prison. Prison is not a location on the map, but if you go towards Moisty Mire and you go towards the left-hand side, there is a big structure there, and that's called the prison. And a lot of people's not going to be dropping there. And you have to understand it's all based on where the bus spawns. So if the bus is spawning from the corner of Moisty Mire, you know there's going to be a lot of guys there. So you want to go to the opposite end of the map if you're trying to be safe.
I actually like the prison suggestion, because one thing I do like about the prison, not only is it not a marked spot on the map, so I think less people are gonna go there, but also pretty much all the loot or like all the drops is wide out in the open. Like it's in prison cells, so you can see it. You can just run through there and see what's in there, as opposed to having to know like where to break down certain walls and stuff like that to find those hidden chests in other areas. So I like the prison suggestion. I'll show you guys a screenshot on the map what we're talking about, just in case you don't know and you're new. Okay, so we pretty much got the beginners tips out there. So now obviously you're like way better than just a good player at this point. I mean, you're like, I think 4th overall for wins, like out of anybody on any platform. You might be 1st overall for wins on PS4. I just looked at it a couple days ago, so I don't know, it might have changed. But so what got you from like a good player to like a great or an elite player? Like what other steps do you think just elevated your game?
Well, the best thing I can tell you guys is don't let it discourage you. When I first started this game, I used to lose a lot. I used to get upset. I used to get frustrated. But you have to understand, you have to lose to gain. You have to lose to learn. I try to tell everybody that comes to the stream, if you're streaming your videos, if you're streaming your gameplay, go back and watch your footage. You can learn a lot from just watching your own footage. Literally,
I've
I
actually
used to
got a good
watch.
idea for that too. Not only for
Yeah.
maybe a series on the Doom channel, but maybe your channel as well. You guys, the subscribers, could send us like a game of yours, and then like you could review and tell people like what they should be doing in certain situations and kind of break it
Oh,
down
that's
for them. I think that'd be really helpful, not only for that specific person, but other people too that might feel the same way.
oh
So
exactly.
let
Like,
us
don't
know in
get
the
me
comments
wrong.
if you think that would be like a good series you guys would be interested in.
Like, there was a lot of people that came to my stream that couldn't even average 1 kill, that couldn't get a W. And after watching me play and the tips and the guidance that I give them, and they come back to the stream and they tell me, oh, yo, Neche, I got 8 kills today and I got a W. And I'd be like, yo, that's great. Oh, I got my first umbrella. It makes me happy to see that the progress that I'm doing on my stream and helping others in any way possible. And to see that, it makes me
Yeah, if
happy.
you guys want to go to his stream, he's super responsive to chat. Like you'll definitely be able to get a hold of him. So go to his stream, you can type in chat. Maybe you have a specific question that we're not covering here. Go to his stream, he streams all the time, and you'll be able to communicate directly with him because you might have some question that I'm not thinking of or some super specific question geared towards yourself.
Definitely.
So continuing with the elite tips, like what do you think separated yourself from just like a really good player? You said about reviewing your own gameplay, which I think is really valuable. Pretty much anytime you die, you can look back and think like, okay, what could I have done there better to survive? So that's one. What else do you think?
Creating space. I've learned how to build so crazy. I've got a lot of people coming to my stream telling me, yo, you build like you're using a mouse and keyboard. And I do everything on my SCUF controller, And for me to manipulate the build the way I need to and create space, what I mean by creating space is you guys have to understand getting the high ground on your opponent is the best solution, the best way to take out anyone. It doesn't matter if it's a solo. It doesn't matter if it's a solo squads. When you create space and you're up in the air with your build, you have to understand they need to break that build down. They need to crumble it. So everybody that shoots at the bottom of your build, they expose themselves. If it's a solo, they're exposed for you to take advantage of that and react on that. If it's a solo squads, then you pinpoint where that one person is. And you know that 3 more people are going to rush you, or another person's going to be lonely and they're going to just play passive. There's always going to be like 1 or 2 people that are going to play aggressive. So you have to play fast on it. So I would say creating space. And that's what I mean by creating space, is just building a certain way and building up towards your opponent. Because once you got the high ground, you can do whatever you want. You can literally build panels below them. You can build even higher. You can jump off and then start a new build. I would have to say creating space.
Right, that makes sense. In any FP or any shooter game in general, whoever has the high ground usually has the advantage. And if you see like these crazy battles between 2 good players, I would say like 90% of the time the person who comes out on top is the guy who's actually physically on top. So that definitely makes sense. And that just comes with, learning how to maneuver your builds well and everything like that.
Exactly. And like I said, building, it takes time. It's not something that you're going to learn overnight. Like a lot of people run default settings, and a lot of people don't know how to switch to Combat Pro. But it's time consuming, It's just like you rocking a regular controller and switching off to a SCUF. It all takes like a couple of hours and you get the groove to it. But I want to tell everybody, if you're trying to learn how to build, you want to pursue that building to a high level, then you need to start playing on Combat Pro. Because playing on default it's going to slow you down. It really is.
Yeah, I think that's a really good tip because, like you said, I think most people just turn on the game and just play it how it is. See, they don't think to go through the settings and change that.
Exactly.
All right, well, I think you probably helped a lot of people, and like I said, if you guys want to check him out he mainly streams on Twitch, but he's getting his YouTube channel started too. So if you want more like insane gameplays or just tip videos in general, definitely go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's just starting it up right now, so you guys can be one of the first when he blows up. You guys will be one of the first subs, so go check him out there. And of course, like I said, if you have any questions, you can check him out on Twitch as well. The links are in the description, of course. I want them to experience how it was live, so I'm going to leave the ending as is and with your reaction and everything. So thanks for coming on and giving the peeps your point of view and hopefully helping a lot of people out.
Anytime, Cold Side. All right, guys. Peace out, man.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, bro! Oh my god, dude!